want to show you the basic alignment principles of Warrior One pose and then how to amp it up using weights like I do in my Zen Strength classes. I'm going to show you the alignment and a few reps on one side, then ultimately you can work up to 2 sets of 10 on each side when you're ready. To start, you want to step back about 3.5 to 4 feet. I'll show you on the right side, so the right foot is in the front, toes facing forward. The back toes you want at about 10 o'clock. If you have the toes all the way out, it's going to be much harder to get that left hip forward to square the hips. So you want to try and turn those toes in a little bit and then hug the heels in isometrically to bring that right hip back and the left hip forward. Bending into that right thigh, you want to bring the knee over the ankle. Eventually that right thigh gets more parallel to the floor. Pull the navel in and up and drop the tailbone down to neutral so that you could come up nice and long through the crown of the head. A lot of times in Warrior One, people tend to curve their low back and you get a really big curve in your lower lumbar spine. So pulling the navel in and up will counterbalance that. Good. Once you have the stance down in the lower body, really press that left thigh back to ground the outer edge of that left heel. That's the whole anchor of the pose. Root through both feet and then inhale, lengthen both sides of the waist, almost over exaggerate, lengthen up, bring the shoulders up towards the ears so you get that length in both sides of the waist and then plug the shoulder blades down the back. Rotate the pinky fingers in just a little bit so you get that external rotation in the shoulders and you're nice and broad in the front body. And then as much as you're rooting down through the feet, reach up through the fingertips so that the pose is nice and long. The full expression of Warrior One is a back bend, so if you have that tailbone dropping down to neutral and you feel like you could lift up through the sternum and open up a little bit more, go right ahead. But don't sacrifice the alignment of the lower body to come into a deep back bend if you're not ready. So to amp up the pose, we're gonna grab our weights, keep steady and sturdy in that lower body, right? You wanna keep that foundation, heels hugging in, hips squaring, nice and bent into that right knee, left thigh pressing back. Then you're gonna bring the weights out into a V position. From the shoulders, you're gonna rotate the weights out. You don't just wanna lift the weights up and twirl them from the wrist because that's not gonna do any work on your arms. You really wanna rotate the whole shoulder and turn the weights out. This is your inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna turn the palms in and hug the elbows down by the rib cage. Then inhale, extend, almost like you're pressing the weights up through water. So you add a little contraction there in the muscles and then pull it down like you have pulleys coming from the ceiling and you're resisting. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. This might seem easy at first, but once you move the arms up and pull them down, as you turn them in, you'll start to feel this in your lats, your deltoids, and especially in the biceps. So like I said, you want to do 2 sets of 10 reps on each side. I hope you enjoyed this variation on the traditional Warrior One pose. For more like these, check out my new Zen Strength Yoga DVD and my website, zenstrength.com. Have a great day.